Every night at exactly 2 a.m., my neighbor stood outside staring directly at my house. When Marcus moved into a quiet neighborhood in Ohio, everything seemed normal at first. Clean streets, friendly people, peaceful nights. Then he noticed the man across the street. Every single night at exactly 2 a.m., the man would walk out of his house and stand at the edge of his lawn, motionless, facing Marcus's house. At first, Marcus assumed it was some strange habit, until one night he waved. The neighbor didn't wave back, didn't blink, didn't move at all. He just stared. A few nights later, Marcus woke up again at exactly 2 a.m. The neighbor was still there, but this time he was closer, standing on the sidewalk directly across from Marcus's driveway, watching the upstairs window, watching him. Marcus finally asked another neighbor about it the next morning. The woman's face immediately changed. "You can see him too?" she whispered. Marcus laughed nervously. "Yeah. Why?" The woman looked toward the street before quietly saying, "That house has been empty for years." That night, Marcus stayed awake with every light in the house on. At exactly 2 a.m., he looked outside. The neighbor was standing in his front yard now, smiling. Then Marcus's phone buzzed. A security alert. Front door open. The ice cream truck only came at night, and no kids were ever inside. Emily had just moved into a neighborhood outside Chicago when she first heard the music. Soft, distorted, an old ice cream truck song echoing through the street at midnight. She looked outside expecting to see kids. There were none. Just an old white ice cream truck slowly driving through the neighborhood. No lights inside. No driver visible. The next night, it returned. Same time, same music. But this time, it stopped directly in front of Emily's house. The music continued playing while the truck sat motionless. Then the side window slowly slid open. Inside, darkness, and a voice whispered, "Come outside." Emily immediately locked her doors and called her neighbor. The neighbor went silent for a few seconds before saying, "Do not go near that truck." "Why?" The woman whispered. 3 children disappeared in this neighborhood in the 90s. Witnesses said they were last seen near an ice cream truck. Emily looked outside again. The truck was still there, waiting. Then the music suddenly stopped, and from outside her front door, she heard a child's voice whisper, "Can you help me?" The next morning, the truck was gone, but tire tracks circled her house repeatedly in the snow. The new family in our neighborhood never came outside during the day. A new family moved into the house at the end of the street in a quiet Texas suburb. Nobody ever saw them unpack. Nobody ever saw moving trucks. One day the house was empty. The next day they were there. A mother, a father, and 2 children. Something about them felt wrong immediately. They never came outside during daylight, never spoke to neighbors, and every night around 3 a.m., lights turned on in every room of their house at once. One night, Noah noticed the children standing outside in their front yard, completely still, facing his house, at 3 in the morning. He told his parents, but they brushed it off. Probably just weird neighbors. Then Noah noticed something worse. The children never blinked. The next night, the entire family stood outside together, watching his house silently. No movement, no expressions, just staring. Finally, Noah walked over the next afternoon to introduce himself. He knocked on the door. No answer. But he heard movement inside. Slow footsteps approaching, then stopping directly behind the door. Noah waited. Then a voice whispered from the other side, "We don't open during the day." That night, Noah woke up to tapping on his bedroom window. The children were outside, smiling, and behind them, standing in the darkness near the street, were dozens of other people Noah had never seen before, all staring at his house, perfectly still. Like, share, and subscribe for more true scary stories, creepy encounters, and disturbing real-life horror stories every week.